I want to stop now because I want to share something with you. It is Gaur Purnima coming up. And so tomorrow's my class. I'm going to tell a story, coming attractions of little baby Nimai and the Brahmin who comes to visit, and he keeps eating the rice that he's offering. One of my all-time favorite stories. So I read that. I was going to do that tonight, but I'll save that for tomorrow. But here's a little poem in the Stavamala, which is Rupa Goswami's anthology of many of his works. At the beginning, there's 3 Chaitanyashtakas. There's 3 series of 8 verses about Lord Chaitanya, and I discovered these back in 1978, and I memorized a bunch of them. And so when I was in my poetry writing phase, I haven't been writing too much new stuff lately, but I put the third one into a poem, English poem. So I'm going to do the first verse in Sanskrit, and then I'll just do all the rest English, so you can appreciate it. I think we have time. Okay, so here's the way the Sanskrit goes. Upasata padam buddhas tramanodakta rudradibi papadda purushottamam padamadabhramud brajitaha samastanata mangali spudada bishtakalpa dhruvam shati sutamahi prabho kudamukunda mande kripam. So this is by Rupa Goswami. And of course he didn't experience directly Lord Chaitanya's early Leela, Adi Leela. So it's all about Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, his experience. Your lotus feet are worshipped by the multitude of gods, beginning with Lord Shiva, in whose heart devotion throbs. You've made Lord Jagannath's great city by the sea your home, and there you shine with splendor, as in ecstasy you roam. For all your loving devotees who beam like many moons, you are a wish-fulfilling tree, bestowing endless boons. Oh, come on. Oh, boy. O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. This is why I was attracted to do this one, because that last line, I can relate to that. Sripad Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya never finds the limits of your glories, what to speak of lesser minds. Even Lord Ananta and your other incarnations find the power to extol you, fraught with limitations. Your vast intelligence will surely never know defeat. I humbly bow before you and most earnestly entreat, O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda, Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. The glorious Upanishads had kept the secret sealed. By then the gem of pure devotion never was revealed. Nor did your most exalted incarnation show that jewel, for only you yourself could bring about the great renewal of Krishna Bhakti. And behold, you've reached your lotus hand into the nectar sea and cast the gem upon this land. O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. Overwhelmed with love of Krishna, who is none but you, you dance ecstatically, astounding three-eyed Lord Shambhu. To all your humble devotees, you gladly manifest the nectar of devotion. They feel infinitely blessed. The proud and egotistical can never know your glories. To them accounts of your great deeds are just so many stories. O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda, Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. Even low-born sinful souls entrapped in Kali's age, suffering uncounted pains that no one can assuage, are instantly delivered when you kindly seek them out and flood them with your splendid mercy, making bhakti sprout. And so with heart rejoicing at your mercy's endless store, I take full shelter of your lotus feet and then implore, O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. Trickling from your lotus mouth, the honey nectar stream of your pure words enlightens all and showers bliss supreme upon the humble bumblebees who are your devotees. What use to them are dry philosophies, austerities? You are an ocean full of gems, the holy names which bless all people on this planet with supreme auspiciousness. O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda, Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. The beauty of your face defeats the full moon's soothing glow. From full-blown lotus petal eyes your loving glances flow. By clusters of your gentle smiles, your lovely lips are graced. Your chest is broad, your arms are like two glorious upraised snakes. Your handsome form defeats 100 million Kamadeves, and best of all, your mercy floods this world in endless waves. O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda, Shashi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. O Lord, whose splendor calls to mind the golden daffodil, I am the lowest sinner in this world of sinners. Still, you overlook the faults of one whose faults are like an ocean, and bless him with the strength to practice unalloyed devotion. With this in mind, O Lord, who are most kind to fallen souls, I ask you with a humble heart, devoid of mundane goals. O Lord Chaitanya, Shri Mukunda, Shachi's precious jewel, please shower your compassion on this wretched, stubborn fool. So that was the Ashtaka. Then there's one blessing verse. O festival of happiness for all this world of woe, O Lord, who caused the joy in Shachi's heart to overflow, O fulgent moon whose glow is your unending spotless fame, O Bhagavan whose mission is to spread your holy name, O Sri Chaitanya Chandra, kindly grant this one request. May those who read these verses, feeling purified and blessed, while deeply contemplating your exquisite lotus feet, attain pure love for you and make their blessed lives complete. Hare Krishna. So Bhakta Michael, he wanted me to publish a book with my poems in it. And he said, well, do you have it printed? You know? So I said, I send him the file. That goes for everybody. Just send me your email or text me, or text any devotee you have in the temple, and I'll send you my poetry. We still have a few minutes. A few more? Is okay? Okay. So, I know Lord Chaitanya, hopefully he was somewhat pleased with this, but I want to also share with you, because I know he'll be pleased with this one. Nityananda Ashtaka. There's stuff about Lord Chaitanya in here also, of course. So this one goes like this. Sarat Chandra Brantim Spudadamalakantim Gajakatim Hari Premon Mattam Jatapadama Sattvam Smitamukam Sadago Nannetram Katakalita Vetram Kalibadham Bhaje Nityanandam Bhajanata Dukandan Nidavadhi. Beside the splendor of his golden form and smiling face, the splendor of the autumn moon appears most commonplace. Because he's mad with love of God, though he's God in disguise. He walks just like a drunken elephant and rolls his eyes. Oh, I keep doing it. The cowherd's rod he carries is his weapon to destroy whatever ills and evils wicked Kali can deploy. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. Unequaled in his love for Krishna, he's a vast abode of transcendental mellows only God has ever showed. For all his devotees he's everything, and for his wives, Shri Vasudha and Janova, he is their very lives. Since love for Krishna makes him mad, his actions may seem odd, and so the foolish fail to see that he himself is God. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. Most dear to Shachi's son, he is a reservoir of bliss. Throughout the universe he's worshipped with great happiness. Impelled by deep compassion when he sees the state therein, he saves the people sinking fast in Kali's sea of sin by teaching them to chant the holy name with every breath, thus crushing the conceit of Durga's sea of birth and death. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. Now, when I refer to O brother, this is his brother, is Lord Chaitanya. He said, O brother, Kali's now ascendant everywhere, increasing people's suffering. It's more than I can bear. Please give these fallen souls an easy process to attain the shelter of your lotus feet, the place beyond all pain. So then Lord Chaitanya answers, instruct them all to chant Shri Krishna's name. The Lord replied, to worship him with love and by his teachings to abide. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. So that instruction that he gave them, this is the instruction he gave to Haridas Thakur, and they went preaching throughout the streets of Navadvip. So That is Balo Krishna, Bhaje Krishna, Koro Krishna Shika, right? Just chant Shri Krishna's holy name, just chant His name and worship Him with all your heart. Follow His instructions and to others them impart. So we can also take that instruction to heart. When you're imparting the other instructions, that's a book distribution. So what is? So now he's taken that instruction. Now he's instructing the people. So this brother, when he says, but this is small b brother, he's speaking to the different people that he preaches to. Oh brother, kindly chant Shri Krishna's name incessantly, and also teach this process to your friends and family. Thus cross the sea of birth and death, and be supremely blessed. Your liberation is the only alms that I request. Entreating thus to save the people from illusion's thrall, with arms upraised he went to every home throughout Bengal. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. He said, oh brother, no, I'm sorry, I just read that one. A new Agastya Muni. Now you have to know about Agastya Muni. There's two things you got to know. He was born from a pot, and he drank the sea. He drank the ocean one time. So they constantly use him in the analogy. A new Agastya Muni, with great force he drinks the sea of birth and death. How loving and compassionate is he! For all his devotees he is the best of rising moons, expanding wide the ocean full of transcendental boons, and for the many demons filling people's hearts with dread, he is the sun dispelling all the darkness that they spread. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. He wandered every path in Bengal. He wandered every path in Bengal, chanting Hari Bol, his dancing and his singing bringing joy to every soul. He put aside his own concerns to spread the holy name, thus mercifully fulfilling Sri Chaitanya's preaching aim. On seeing saintly devotees he felt great happiness, and with his mercy-laden glance he filled their hearts with bliss. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. Now that part about his putting aside his own concerns to spread the holy name, thus fulfilling Lord Chaitanya's preaching aim. He was with Lord Chaitanya in Puri, and he wanted to stay there. But Lord Chaitanya said, you can't stay here. I have to stay here because of my mother's order. I can't preach in Bengal. So you have to do it. So he surrendered to that, and he left with his Gopal associates, his whole team. And they wandered all the way back. Amazing pastimes. And then he went around in Bengal and did what is described here. Okay, this is the last one. He gently took his brother's, this is Lord Chaitanya, the brother. He gently took his brother's soft and graceful lotus hand, and as he looked upon his face, he felt his bliss expand. Chaitanya felt the same way as he looked upon the face of Nityananda, and he held him in a firm embrace. And then they started dancing through the streets of all the towns, their beauty filling every heart with joy that knew no bounds. Sorry. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. That's this painting behind me. That's where Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda are dancing throughout this together. Now here's the benefit. That's 8 verses. Here's the 9th verse. For Nityananda's devotees who relish mellow sweet, this poem is a precious nectar reservoir replete with endless waves and whirlpools of the sweetest, deepest love, beyond what even gods and goddesses are dreaming of. It has the power to deliver any fallen soul and place him at Sri Nityananda's feet, our final goal. May those who read these transcendental verses I impart forever see his lovely lotus feet within their heart. O friends entrapped in Kali's clutches, yearning to break free, just worship Nityananda Ram, the root of the bhakti tree. Now, just to give you a little background on this, I wrote this in Chaupati in 2005. I got to go there. A friend had inherited some money, and he paid my ticket to India. So we got there. We were on our way to Mayapur, and we were there about a week before. We got to arrive a week before Nityananda's appearance date. So it was great. Rannath Swami was there. There was so many wonderful devotees, and I said, "Let me see if I can put this into a poem." And so I did. After a few days, I've got it down. And so I asked Maharaj if I could do it on Nityananda's appearance day. So I don't know if have you ever been to Chaupati? Yeah, so you know that Vyasasan with all the seats? You've got Vyasa in case somebody of his god brothers come, so I'm sitting up there. I have a picture of it. And the place was filled, and I was doing this, and everyone was coming in on that last line, "Oh, friends in trap and colored clutches yearning to break free." So it was quite an experience. Well, we have a few more minutes, so I'm going to read a couple of random poems. First one is this one that I like to. I wrote this originally for Prabhupada's appearance day, Dasa Puja. But then I tweaked it a little bit so it's appropriate for any day, because it was, Prabhupada, on this great day, that's Vyasa Puja, when you appear just like a ray of Krishna's vast effulgence bright, to give this blind world back its sight. Prabhupada, we hail the day when you appear just like a ray of Krishna's vast effulgence bright, to give this blind world back its sight. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts and pray with deepest love that we may serve your lotus feet in every circumstance we meet. As years go by and books go out, we see what life is all about, to serve your mission and our Lord's by spreading wide your sacred words. As well you want us all to strive to let those words direct our lives. This safest path will lead us home, no more in Maya's realm to roam. That's up on, half of it anyway, is up on the wall in the BBT. It's been there for years since I wrote it. About as years go by and books go out, we see what life is all about. So that's the book distributors' theme, as well as the book producers. Yeah. Shikshastika. All right, I'll do it. We may not be able to finish it. That one I don't need this. All right. We don't have time for all the Sanskrit. I'll just do the first verse. Chaitodapanam arjanam bhavamahadabhagni nirvapanam shreyakaida vachandrika vatadanam vidya vadhu jivanam anandam vadivardhanam pradipadam purnamita swadanam sarvatmasnaparam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to the chanting of Shri Krishna's holy names, which easily extinguishes samsara's blazing flames by polishing the lust-encrusted mirror of the heart. That chanting is the waxing moon that knows the secret art of causing the white lotus of good fortune to unfurl its petals far and wide throughout this bleak and blighted world of transcendental knowledge which will take us to life's goal. The chanting of the name of Krishna is the life and soul. The ocean of ecstatic bliss floods far beyond its bounds, wherever Krishna's merciful and mystic name resounds. Indeed, whenever Krishna's names are sung in congregation, at every step one tastes a joy that knows no limitation. So hear with great attention as I earnestly request, Please chant Shri Krishna's holy names and be supremely blessed. The soothing nectar of the name will bathe your consciousness, bestow pure love for Krishna, and eradicate distress. Krishna, Govinda, and Keshava, too, your names have no end, and in each of them you have invested your potencies, leaving none out. Whenever we want, we can chant them without the slightest restriction of time or of place. O Lord, who can fathom your infinite grace, yet I am so wretched, devoid of all shame, that I haven't developed a taste for your name. Trinadapi sunichena tadorapi sahishnana amanina amanadena kirtaniya sadari. More humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. To think all praise belongs to others, none belongs to me. These qualities attract the Lord to bless one with the power to chant his name incessantly until the final hour. Wealth and women followers, the fruits of mundane piety, liberation from this world of limitless anxiety. For me, O Lord, these common goals have not the slightest worth. Let me serve you purely now and in each future birth. Your servant for eternity, I lost my true identity and fell into this horrid sea of birth and death, O Lord. O Nanda's son, please hear my plea. By your sweet grace consider me a speck of dust upon your lotus feet forevermore. Tears streaming from my eyes, my voice choked with bliss, the hair upon my body standing up in happiness. When will all these signs of rapture decorate my limbs as I chant your holy name, the monarch of all hymns? Every moment drags on like 1,000,000 years or more. From the rain clouds of my eyes the tears in torrents pour. This whole creation is nothing but a vast and joyless void. O Govinda, by your absence I am being destroyed. Let Madhava embrace this maid who's fallen at his feet. Or let him trample me, or my most ardent hopes defeat, by never giving me a chance to see him anywhere, thus shattering my heart and plunging me into despair. You see, he is a restless libertine and not a saint. So let him act in any way he likes without restraint. Yet though his cruel and crooked ways may cause me constant woe, Krishna is the only Lord my heart shall ever know. So that's the Shikshastika. We have 2 minutes. I'll give you the Palashuddhi verse, not by Lord Chaitanya, but by Krishna's Kaviraj. I don't have the Bengali. These 8 essential verses Lord Chaitanya wrote to teach the practice and the goal of chanting Krishna's holy name. Day by day, whoever sings this hymn will surely reach a little closer to perfection, spotless Krishna Prem. Okay, we have 2 minutes. Just random that I can remember. Madhudesh, all M's. Listen now. Madhudesh Madhudi Mayamadava Munadi Matalika Mugdha Mama Manana Mohan Namodama Daya Manaso Maha Maha Moham. O Master of Mathura, lovely Lord of Goddess Shri, who plays such maddening melodies upon your Murali. O Cupid's charmer, please redeem in life till now misspent by joyfully destroying my extreme bewilderment. Okay. The clock hasn't moved. Time has stopped. Queen, yeah. No. We only have 1 minute now. Queen Kunti is one of my all-time favorites. Trayame ananda vishaya mati madhapate sakrit ratamun bhataradha gange baugamadhanvadi. O Madhu's Lord, please ever fill my mind with thoughts of thee, not any other kind. As Ganges torrent flows into the sea, let all my love flow constantly to thee. Muraram muradebhyopi mangalebhyopi mangalam pavanam bhavanebhyopi hare namaiva kevalam. Of sweet things, the sweetest you will taste at any time. Of things that bring good fortune, it's the perfect paradigm. Of things that purify, it purifies most powerfully. The holy name of Shri Hari is surely all that be. From Brahma's realm atop the sky down to the lowly grass, illusion reigns in Mahadevi's treacherous morass. The truth, the only truth, the name of Shri Hari. The holy name of Shri Hari is surely all that be. He's the Guru, he's the Father, he's the friend most true. And she's the real mother who most kindly teaches you to always chant and hear the holy name of Shri Hari. The holy name of Shri Hari is surely all that be. Okay, we've run out of time. We'll continue that one next time. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hari Hari Bol. Okay, now they're on YouTube. See if I can get 1 million hits.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Hari Bol. Dandavat Pranams.
Thank you Prabhu for nice class and nice poetry. It's very inspiring.